Hello, I'm Becky Kilsby and I'm career coach and founder at Freestyle Careers. And today I just want to give you a quick introduction to my new online program, Inspired Starting Again with Confidence. And I've launched this as an online program, but it's also the opportunity to take yourself away on a self-guided retreat and press pause, create space and time to really notice an important transition you're making in your life. Over the last 4 years, there's been a huge amount of change in my own life, and I've learnt the best way to manage that change is to really pay attention to what's happening. Change can be totally exhausting. So you might feel your energy is really low and you need to take stock and recharge your batteries. So this course is an opportunity to do that. Change also seems to throw up a never-ending list of things to do. So again, this is the opportunity to clear some space and to make time to understand what your priorities are and to pay attention to those. Thirdly, I think a main feature of any kind of change is a very, very busy head whirling, sometimes going from one thing to another without really considering anything properly. So again, by actually saying to yourself, I'm going to clear space, I'm going to clear some time to focus on why this change is so important to me, you will come away with greater clarity, balance, and a feeling of control. And that is where your confidence will come from. And of course, when we're going into a new chapter of our lives, there are the inevitable doubts and fears about whether we can actually live up to those expectations, whether we are actually prepared to fulfill that new role. So I think, again, this is an opportunity to actually build your confidence by paying attention to where you are. So what this actually does for you, apart from what I've already said is that you'll have space and time. And I want to quickly just show you the central resource of this online program, which you'll either be able to print out or work with online. But basically, it takes you through 3 stages where you can look back at what brought you to this point in either creating a change you've instigated or managing a change that somebody else has forced upon you. Where you are right now and really grounding yourself, putting your roots down into what that reality is like and looking at it fair and square, and then looking ahead into the future. What do you want that future to be and how can you claim it? So step by step, you'll be able to give the whole process of transition your full undivided attention. And that's something we very often don't give ourselves the luxury of. So I think that's one of the most exciting benefits of this course. I used this exercise myself when I was setting up my own business, Freestyle Careers, and when I was exiting full-time paid employment. So there were lots of doubts, fears, anxieties. It was a total leap of faith for me. And I wanted to dial back all that whirlwind that was going on in my head and just pause. So I took myself away for an overnight stay in a lovely hotel on the coast of Cornwall called Watergate Bay. I don't know if anybody knows it. I can highly recommend it for this exact purpose. And what I did, I arrived at lunchtime and had a lovely lunch and then checked into the room and started the first activity, which was a reflection, focusing on arriving but also focusing on the past and how I'd got to this threshold that I wanted to cross. Then there was space for walking, and I love walking on the beach, so I was able to go and really get some fresh air in my lungs and feel re-energized that way. And then in the evening, I treated myself to a nice meal and then went back to the room and did the next exercise, which was very much focusing in on where I am at that particular time. And then I felt beautifully relaxed, had another walk outside before going to sleep, and I slept like a log. The next day, beautiful sunny day. And again, I had an early morning walk on the beach because that's where I find I feel most energized and grounded. So that was a beautiful start to the day. And after breakfast, I could then get into the final exercise, which was about envisioning the future I wanted from this particular change. And this was the most powerful exercise of all, really, because I had been very clear about what I was leaving behind, what I was bringing with me that was going to make me stronger and make this new venture a success. I'd grounded myself, I'd arrived at where I am, and now I was thinking about the future I wanted to create. So this was the absolute projection of everything that I'd been working towards. And to spend some time focusing on that is an amazing thing. And I will never regret that I took the time to actually do that. And then to round things off, the final exercise is about claiming that future, believing it can happen, and really committing wholeheartedly to it. So that by the time I'd finished my retreat, I'd worked through all the exercises in this book in a very easy, spacious kind of way. There was plenty of time to actually take the time I needed. But I left feeling so focused, 100% clear, re-energized and buoyed up, just thrilled with what I was going to create for my future. And I knew that this would be something that other people could benefit from as well. Far too often we whiz from one situation to another without even noticing the remarkable things we're achieving. And I think a lot of us realize that the pace of life is so incredibly fast. We are multitasking almost 100% of our time. There are distractions 24/7 from the online world, let alone all the demands on our time and the things we want to be involved in our own lives as well. So to actually prioritize this transition, I think, is the best thing you can do to manage it and to make that change work for you, whatever it might be. So that's it. That's my very quick introduction. If you want to find out more, I'll leave a link down underneath this video, and that will take you to an information page. And then the program will actually be launching on May the 21st at a very special launch price, which I've set, I think, at a very affordable rate, because I want people to be able to use this resource and really make the most of it. And because you'll have lifetime access, when you create a new change in your life in the future, you can use exactly the same process again. You can come onto the site, you can do all the exercises on the Thinkific platform, or you can actually print everything off. I love to print things off. I'm sorry about the trees, but for me, actually writing things down physically is a good way to do it. So that's it. If you want to know more, follow the link, read about it. And if you have any questions, just drop me an email, becky@freestyle-careers.com, and I'll get right back to you with the answer to your question. So have a great day, and I hope you are going to feel inspired about the changes that are happening in your life.